Policy Cafe is a series of digital policy engagement series that we are hosting at Paradigm Initiative to bring attention and important voices to development around digital policies on the continent and to give, different people an opportunity to contribute to that conversation, to contribute to the development of policies that are coming up in this age and at this time.
But this is the first time we are hosting a digital policy cafe. The idea is to have an after-work, chill conversation with young people, folks in this space, just to cheer each other on, to learn from each other.
As a practitioner, do I feel that the Data Protection Act is adequate? No. The reason I don't feel that it's adequate is because AI goes way beyond data protection, right? The policy considerations for us are not just in terms of do we have a fit-for-purpose policy, do we have regulations that can deal with AI, does the Data Protection Act cater for this? We have to go back and say, okay, fine, how do we get ourselves to a point where we can actively and properly participate in this space and actually have benefit, have African solutions or Kenyan solutions in the AI field that are beneficial and can also be escalated to a global scale.
When it comes to the Data Protection Act of 2019, I feel like we really need to catch up because AI is evolving at a really worrying pace, and all the terrible things that may come out of this, but also, just understanding the promise of AI and all the amazing things you can do with AI.
So before we can jump into this thing for AI policy and what it is going to do, we actually need to get experts on the field who need to learn how to go about AI. Because they need to be taught, then they can cascade that information down, right?
AI is a cross-cutting issue. It's not just for data, it's for many things, and is also multi-sectoral and has different impact depending on how it's being used.
I think this conversation is super timely, first of all, because there's a lot going on with AI, there's a lot going on with data protection, and we're really at a point in time where these are the conversations that we should be having early enough so that we don't have to play catch up, as someone said here earlier today.
My key takeaway is that there's need for awareness, first of all, just to understand the basics of how AI works, and then have a multi-stakeholder approach to how we regulate and how we make policies around AI.
I actually feel, one, if I could get more artists in these kind of spaces so that they can see the opportunities that lay forward for them, but also as part of the creative economy, how can we harness the power of AI? For example, what can we get to learn about digital protection, about data protection, that will in future also get to help us structure the creative economy in the country, but by largely in the continent of Africa. So yes, please.
It's very important for us to have these conversations to educate, not only on what people are doing, but also on what the office does, what we're about, where we're going, where our struggles are as well, but also where we need support in terms of civil society engagement, in terms of reach to the people that particularly need it. So these conversations are absolutely great, and we welcome being involved in many of these conversations in the future.